Every number that we're going to look at, well, almost every number that we're going to look at can be broken down into factors. So let's look at all numbers greater than or equal to 1 and kind of get a sense of where do factors come from. So for example, if I have the number 24, we can rewrite 24 as its factors. Means what times what makes 24. So one factor or one set of factors of 24 could be 6 and 4. Can you think of another? Well, what about 8 and 3? There's more. There's a lot more. Maybe even 2 times 3 times 4. So there are several factors involved. So factors for our purpose are 2 or 3 or 4 numbers when multiplied together produce another number. And those numbers are factors of that product. Numbers also come in ideas called prime numbers, which means that if you're factoring it, the only way it factors is by 1 and itself. So for example, the number 17. That factors only as 1 times 17. The number 5. That only factors as 5 times 1. So in a situation where the only factors are 1 and itself, we call that a prime number. Some of the prime numbers that we need to become comfortable with and able to recognize, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 23, and so forth. Each of these numbers, the only way that they can factor is by its number and 1. Also have this idea called a composite number. A composite number is every non-prime number. For example, 4, that can be broken down and factored into other numbers other than 1 times 4. 24 was a composite number. 12, any gap that I have there, 6, and so forth. And those represent what we call composite numbers. Now we're going to look at this idea of prime and composite numbers as we learn how to factor numbers down. And we're going to learn it through a process called prime factorizations.